I'm Mr. J, and today's Tuesday, April the 4th, 2023. Today's news, I think, is good. Yeah, good. Sure, let's go with good. The BIE delegation begins inspection of Busan's World Expo bit. All right, so you must know the World Expo, right? Expo, right? The World Expo is the biggest expo in the world, okay? And it doesn't happen every year, but when it does happen, it's the perfect opportunity for a country to show itself to the entire world, okay? Many people would come to Korea if it has another expo. Now, the last time Korea had a World Expo was, I think, in the year 2000. It's all over the news. Look, there's this and this. It's all about the expo. There's like 5 or 6 different things in here about the expo. Look, see, this is advertising about the expo too, so it's that important. In 2012, the World Expo, right, was held in Yeosu. The World Expo was held in Yeosu, and now they're hoping to have it in Busan in 2030. So the news is that Busan is having a bid, right? It's not going to Busan. We don't know who will win yet, but Busan is bidding a bid for the World Expo in the year 2030. All right, 2030. So there's some people who came to Busan and they're checking to see, why is Busan good or bad and why, and for the expo. And that's it, right? So this would be very good for Korea because lots of people would come to Korea, and Korea could show off, right, to the rest of the world. So I think it's a good thing. Hopefully Busan wins, but we'll have to wait and see. If they do win, I'll tell you about it later. So Busan is making an expo bid, a World Expo bid for the year 2030. Okay? All right. I'll talk about that later. If you don't know what the World Expo is, look it up on the internet, right? Or maybe, did you go to the World Expo in Yeosu? Let's see, 2012. That'd be 10 years ago. Probably none of you went. I don't know. You'd be too young to remember, I guess. But maybe your parents went. That's possible, right? Anyways. All right. Actually, here's what I want to have you do. It's special work. Use the internet right now and look up World Expo, and I want you to tell me what the World Expo is. I want to see if you checked it out, if you know what the World Expo is. What's the purpose of the World Expo? Okay, look that up right now after the news, because I'm going to ask you about it. All right, let's go to our weather. How's the weather today?
It'll be cloudy, with a high of 19 and a low of 14. Right now it's 19 and mostly cloudy.
Okay, nothing special. It said there might be rain today. I don't see any rain. What about tomorrow?
It'll be rainy, with a high of 17 and a low of 12.
All right. Tomorrow says 100% chance of rain, high of 17. So if it says 100% chance, I think there probably will rain tomorrow. So tomorrow you should have an umbrella. For now, right now outside, it looks fine. No rain. All right, our word of the day, actually, we're going to do an expression, not just a word. It's actually 3 words, okay? Under the weather. And under the weather, it just means like sick, right? But a little sick, not very sick, just a little sick, under the weather, okay? Like I said, there's 1, 2, 3 words, but there's actually here, number 2, dir. There's 3 words, but there's 5 syllables. Under the we, and then number 5, there, under the weather. There, we, weather, the weather, der, under the weather, right? I'm feeling a little bit under the weather, right? Under the weather. There's no
under the weather.
You can hear all these different examples.
Under the weather.
I feel a little under the weather.
Under the weather.
Under the weather today.
Under the weather.
I want to go, but I can't.
Under the weather.
Under the weather. Under the weather.
Under the weather.
Under the weather.
Interesting examples there. Can you hear them all? Under the weather. Okay. All right. So we talked about under the weather. We talked about the World Expo bid, right? Not winning, but bid for Busan in 2030. And the weather today, right? Under the weather is our expression, but the weather today is fine and maybe rain tomorrow. All right, so if you didn't look it up, find out what the World Expo is. I'm going to ask you about it. And I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.